It's a Tuesday edition of Red Sox Now, presented by Fan Arch here on YouTube. I'm your host, Mike Antonellis. Not a happy Tuesday, tough Monday for the Red Sox. There weren't many major league games on Monday, but I don't know what the schedule, maybe with the Angels in town, someone's always going to have to play on a Monday. The Red Sox will have Thursday off. It's kind of an interesting schedule after being on the road. They're home for 3, but then they go to New York. So not good, not bad travel at all for the Red Sox. So 7-6 was the final on Monday. We'll get to that in a second, but I please ask you before you go any further, before you scroll further, to subscribe to the channel, send your comments, and please share. We appreciate it. Follow me on social media at The Radio Mike. Tough one. I mean, you give up 6 runs in the first inning. This was a crazy stat. An opponent had never hit 3 home runs in the first inning at Fenway, ever, until last night when Neto, Trout, who was just sitting on that 3-1 fastball, and Adele, who also homered twice, all did that in the first. Tough for Richard Fitz. I don't agree with him starting. I really don't get it. I don't think there's been more made of this. What pitcher is hurt this long and makes one rehab start? I get that they need him, but not at the compensating his return, his development from the, return from the injury. It's still kind of developing, but he's not ready to pitch. And you have Dobbins. So you didn't need to do this. He can remain on the injured list. He has that rehab window, which is 30 days. He made one rehab start in Portland, and then they scratched the next one so he could pitch in the big leagues. And, I mean, the proof's in the pudding. Dobbins was fine. So I don't get this move at all. It seems panicky to me, but right now, what was the difference between Dobbins and Fitz? Dobbins was pitching great for you. 5 innings last night, gave up 1 run on that home run by Adele, but looked more comfortable. That's more like a piggyback start for him coming in a clean inning. But don't love the fact that Fitz is basically doing major league rehab in big league games. Which shouldn't happen. The bullpen, I think this year so far, we've had a lot of outings. Remember the bullpen pitched that the Bueller game where they were scoreless. I mean, they went 8 innings last night, 4 hits, all by Dobbins. The 1 run on the homer by Adele kept them in the game. Red Sox had chances to win this, but between Dobbins, Birdie, and Luis Guerrero, who tossed 2 perfect innings, he looked really good. That's good stuff. And you used different guys last night. You used Birdie and Guerrero to close it out, and they look sharp. I've said this many times on this program that I think the Red Sox bullpen has been very good and sometimes I think unfairly criticized. They've done some really good things, and they have some good arms. And if you look at the other side, the Angels were good too. 4 2/3 to 1 run. And Ryan Zefferjon, who they traded, what awful trade the Red Sox made last year, giving up Matthew Lugo, Zefferjon, Nico Cavadas for Luis Garcia, who's now on the Dodgers injured list. But Zefferjon throws 100. Would love to have him on this team. He got the win, and Kenley Jansen actually picked up the save. Old friend, his 12th. He had a perfect inning there in the 9th. But give kudos to that bullpen. They've done some really big things this year when they have asked to pitch a ton of innings. So I like that. We'll look at the lineup from Monday. Romy Gonzalez returned. Romy did make a throwing error. The Red Sox made 2 more errors. Toro playing third after playing first so much. Romy had a throwing error, but he had 2 more hits. He had 2 RBIs. He had a double. He's been hitting all year. It's really interesting. You look at the averages. Ref Snyder, 1 for 3 with an RBI. He's hitting .304. He batted third. They went all righty last night with the lefty Anderson on the hill. Then Narvaez, a rookie, 284, 1 for 4 with a double and RBI. Romy Gonzalez, 316, 2 hits, 2 ribbies. Abraham Toro has been a great story, 1 for 4. He's hitting .306. So last night you had Ref Snyder, Narvaez, Gonzalez, Toro as your 3, 4, 5, 6 hitters. Not what you want to see, overall. I don't think, as great as Narvaez has been, I don't want him hitting in that lineup. The lineup needs more length. Duran had a good game breaking out of a slump with 3 hits and 2 doubles. Devers had a double and an RBI. And Rafaela, 245, 4 homers, 21 RBIs to date, Gold Glove defense. If he projects out to this average and hits 10, 11 home runs and drives in 50, Gold Glove defense, he's perfect. I mean, that's what I think you want. So here's our last thing. You can see it. The Jarren Duran rumor. Would you do this? It would certainly pave the way to Roman Anthony. I still think Jarren Duran's a great player. He's dynamic. He's a true leadoff hitter. Roman Anthony is not the type of leadoff hitter that Duran is. But the Padres have been interested in him for a while. They have glaring holes, says The Athletic, in the bottom of their lineup. But sometimes trades are situational, where they work for the other team. If you look at the Padres lineup, with Arise, Merrill, Tatis, Machado, Sheets, that's pretty good. But maybe they feel, they're in a good division. This is where things get situational and things can line up in your favor. They're playing in the division with the Dodgers. If you're on the Padres side, does that make sense for them? Absolutely. This is a team that's been, over 500. They've had some slumps. They want more length. I don't think they feel they have a true leadoff hitter. If you look at, the lineups, they had Tatis leading off. So I look at their lineup last night. Sheets pinched hit. He's been hurt. So you had Tatis, Arise, Machado, Merrill, Bogarts, Cronenworth, Wade, Iglesias, and Diaz. So they take Wade out of that lineup, put Duran at the top. Then it's Duran, Tatis, Arise, Machado, Merrill, Bogarts. Cronenworth is 7th. And maybe Sheets, when he plays, is hitting 8th. Think about that lineup if you're the Padres. Look at this from the Padres lens. I think San Diego would do this in a heartbeat. I think the reservations could be on the Red Sox side because they have team control through 28. But if you look at their side, you don't want to lead off Fernando Tatis. Does Duran get better protection in the lineup with San Diego? Absolutely. Does that change your thoughts? So take your Red Sox cap on. The Padres have Duran, Tatis, Arise, Machado, Merrill as the top 5. That's pretty darn good. So I look at it through their lens. I think they would absolutely make that deal. And I think it's a deal that trading is situational. You find a team that it works for. You don't find a team just a dump. This could be very fruitful. If you got 3 to 4 guys for Duran, and then you were allowed to call up Roman Anthony to play every day. There's still some risk because Duran's a proven big leaguer. But I think you might have something here where you can pull off something that favors you. I really believe that. And I would actually do that trade because I don't feel that there's a better path to Roman Anthony. And I've said this off the show a lot, that his best path is to play left. I don't like Duran in center. I still don't think Duran's a great outfielder. Watch his reads. He moves side to side. I don't think asking him to play center would be a good idea. I really don't. And you'd lose a lot of games that way. All right, we'll keep up these rumors. Hope you enjoyed an episode of Red Sox Now. It's presented by Fan Arch here on YouTube. I'm Mike Antonellis. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and follow me on all my social medias on @TheRadioMike. Oh, and happy Tuesday.